Uh, how do we introduce season two?
Penultimate season
Unlimited.
of everything. It's not unlimited. There's only two more seasons.
Oh damn! I was hoping the show would go on forever, so we'd have an infinite amount of content that we can make. But
Yeah,
uh,
Justice League Infinite.
Crisis on 3 seasons.
Mm.
Um, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's sort of one interesting because this season was definitely meant to be the end. Like
Yeah,
they very much were expecting to just be done after this season, which is funny because they're done after this show, but they just got a third season, so that's weird.
yeah.
But no, so this is a big, what, like event, like
It's an arc. It's this. They've got a story arc going on, which is something they've never really done before. It's not completely new. It's the Cadmus stuff has already been introduced, but this is the culmination of it. Very ambitious that they started something in season one, and they've given it this long to finish it. You know.
yeah, it's a big thing. So we got some stuff to get into. Well, it's not directly connected, the first like few episodes,
Hmm.
but this one is we start with season 2 episode 1, The Cat and the Canary, which is um Wildcat and Black Canary
Yeah.
have the thing. Wildcat is working for some underground like fighting arena thing,
Hmm.
or he's participating
Yeah.
in it,
Yeah. Meta brawlers, meta humans.
which is Wildcat a metahuman? Because I thought that was kind of the whole point, is that he was just a guy.
It's a good point. The it's definitely meta brawls. You just have a bit of a chip on his shoulder about like the metahumans. The comparing to it says even Batman has a wealth of gadgets. He's just a really good fighter. I don't know. Maybe just when you're that good, you get to meta human status. I don't know.
He's just trying to prove himself,
But,
probably.
yeah,
Um, I was going to say he was
he's a
being
member of the Justice League, so you
uh,
know.
was he being blackmailed? I
Shouldn't
know,
have
like
thought that.
the leader, like Roulette, was doing something involving him. They're like fixing
He's not being
fights and shit.
blackmailed. He's just doing it because he's bored. He
Right?
doesn't like
Yeah.
being a member of the league. He told like his biggest role at the minute is like training new recruits, and he just finds it really boring. And he just likes to wail on bad guys. So these illegal fights were a good avenue to do that. Canary herself says she thinks the league is part of the problem. So there's a great opening scene, by the way, where they're basically live streaming it, which is I want to say like dramatically ahead of its time, but it feels more realistic than like a pirate TV broadcast or something. You know, it is implied it's
Right.
being streamed off the internet. That's pretty modern on a
Yeah. Yeah.
laptop, but it's being Roulette's commentary is being spliced together with Black Canary taking out some thugs.
Well, one of
It's a
the
really
thugs
cool scene.
is watching the thing. Like they
Yeah,
introduced like some guy sitting in the back, like watching, and then it's like, "What are you doing?" And then it starts to play that audio over the fight, and then at the end, Canary sees the monitor and notices that it's Wildcat as one of participants, and she's like, "Huh?" Because I think she was talking to him
yeah.
at the beginning of the scene, and like over like radio or whatever. But then it's like,
Not to
oh,
him, but
I could just when he was like he was talking about he was busy
oh,
with
sorry,
something.
my bad. Yeah, sorry. No, you're right.
Yeah, and
Sorry,
then
my bad. Yeah, he's just talking. And he's like, it sounds distracting. She's like, "What are you doing?"
yeah, and it turns out he was there at the fight. So that was a really good introduction.
It is, yeah.
I don't have a whole lot to say about the actual episode itself. Like Green Arrow gets involved, like because he's hot for Black Canary, so he's just like, "Hey, what are you doing?" She's like, "I got some business." He's like, "Can I come?" And she's like, "Sure." So I do like with like they're riding on her motorcycle, and he's like huddle up behind her, and then
Yeah.
he hears about her talking about she's worried about Wildcat, and he immediately is just like, oh, she's got a thing for him, and so he like lets go. He's just
Yeah.
like, he's a little disappointed.
It's really good, yeah.
But yeah, it ends up being well, she has to fight him in the arena. Like she has to fight Wildcat, and then Green Arrow like hits her with the lowest lane gas, and then takes her place. So
Yeah,
that,
because he won't be talked out of it.
yeah, like
They try and talk him out of it. I'm gonna quick mention that I really like Roulette's design. I don't know.
yeah,
Sort
yeah,
of the like the Chinese dress and just the name Roulette is a really good name for a character that does illegal fights. Speaking of illegal fights, Wildcat is voiced by Dennis Farina, I think.
oh,
Who's the American from Snatch? Not Brad Pitt, the other one.
right,
So that's kind of funny. He just plays characters that goes to illegal fights or something. Or gets involved with them.
yeah, pretty much. The what ends up happening is that Green Arrow basically fakes his death to scare Wildcat, just to like get him out. Like just this is the kind of thing that you're getting involved with. And what is he? He hits like I don't remember what he does. He does something to like stop his heart temporarily, and then
Some Justice League device, yeah.
yeah, and then it's like, oh no, he's dead. And then after it's all over, he's just like, I'm not dead. She's like, Black Canary's like, what the fuck? Nah. But she's happy because Wildcat's
Like,
done
did
with
it
all
work?
that.
And Wildcat's like, yeah, he says, yeah, it worked.
Yeah, yeah.
She also, like, just destroys the arena. It
Yes,
seemed a little bit tacked on, but sure.
it's the only time she uses her power. Like they make a point to her being like, I don't want to use it because it could really fuck people up. But then at the end, she's like, fuck this arena, and then she just screams and annihilates it. It's definitely not one of the more interesting episodes, relatively speaking, of this season,
Yeah.
but it's still pretty good. So
Yeah, I still like it. I really like the relationship between Black Canary and Arrow. And like you said before, like little subtle things where he thinks, like, Wildcat is like a romantic partner, and she's like, no, Ted's like a father to me. You know?
yeah,
It's surprisingly nuanced for a kid show.
yeah, there's a lot of romance stuff between Green Arrow and Black Canary as well. Yeah, no, it's just it's relatively speaking mature. So yeah, I just appreciated it. So we wrote B, which is our most congested area right now. I'm thinking here. What do you think?
Yeah, get a good look at that. Sure, strange comparison. The greatest story ever told is a bit of a weird comparison.
Yeah, there's
So that one's a little bit more gimmicky, but I mean, as a positive, probably
Yeah.
makes it a little bit, stands out a bit more. Whereas Cat and Canary is good, but it's kind of doubles up with other Canary and Arrow episodes.
I mean, all
So,
three of
yeah,
these
I
are
think that-
very different from each other. It's hard to compare them, but
True.
yeah, no, I think that works. All right, episode 2 of season 2, The Ties That Bind. This is Mr. Miracle. Who is
This
he?
is another one that doesn't really tie into the bigger arc. Outside
No.
a little bit of character development, mostly for Flash here.
Yeah, this is like a
Mr.
Flash
Miracle.
episode, which
Yeah,
you don't really get many like character-specific episodes in this season, but or like of the original 7, I should say.
yeah.
But yeah, but it's mostly focused around Mr. Miracle and Big Barda. You remember her from the Batman Beyond Justice League episodes? That's she's back, or this is her before that, I guess. Time travel, but
And a small reminder that Mr. Miracle was the son of Highfather that was raised by Darkseid. And like, the as opposed to Orion, who was Darkseid's son raised by Highfather. That weird exchange they did.
Right.
As Batman explained.
So, what's going on in this? Like, they're just...
There's a civil war and apocalypse now between Granny Goodness, who's voiced by Ed Asner, and Baron Wunderbar, who's like this sort of stereotypical kind of German, like World War One kind of. This character design's wild. It's kind of insane. It's definitely of its era. Anyway, so there's a civil war, and in order to get the upper hand, I think Wunderbar kidnaps Darkseid's son Kalibek. Just so because he's like kind of like the closest thing to an heir. So by capturing and brainwashing him, he's got a better claim. We're getting into apocalypse politics, by the way.
Yeah.
So in order to try and... He's being held in the X Pit, which is where Mr. Miracle was, like... raised? I mean, he's, like, kind of tortured.
Yeah.
That's where he grew up. And he's the only one with the knowledge on how to escape it, because he's the only one who's ever escaped from the X Pit. So... Granny Goodness kidnaps his, like mentor, I'm guessing, Oberon.
Mm-hmm.
So they kidnap him and then blackmail Mr. Miracle and Bard into breaking into the X Pit and getting Kalibek out. So sounds more complicated than it actually is.
Yeah.
There's a civil war, yeah, and so Mr. Miracle's blackmailed into breaking Kalibek out, and he has to confront his fear of the X Pit because he's absolutely terrified of it. So
It's cut with
kind
like
of the plot.
Various flashbacks of him being tortured by Granny.
Yeah.
And
Just sounds so funny out of context.
Yeah.
Being tortured by Granny.
Tortured by goodness, if that sounds better. But he's this sort of like magician, like escape artist type.
Yeah.
Like you see him in the beginning, he's like getting frozen solid and having a train dropped on him, and then he just escapes, some shit like that. Like he's just performing ridiculous feats of escape and
stupidity. Hi, I'm Mr. Miracle. Welcome to Jackass.
Jesus. Yeah, and then a lot of it is just the flashbacks are just him in various situations that I assume he just escaped from. Like that's his whole thing, is just he was taught how to get out of horrible places because of that.
Yeah.
But his
powers is like discs on his feet.
I don't know, his powers are just stuff. Like he has discs that he throws around and rides on, and that's about all I got for you. He's just kind of...
He's a superhero, I don't know.
Yeah, he performs miracles. He is the Mr.
I mean, I still don't know what the specific power of the pervert is. And this all like New Genesis Apocalypse stuff is very vague.
Yeah.
But yeah, Flash gets involved because he's talking to Elongated Man, and he's like, "Lee, don't take me seriously." So that's his little subplot. He wants to be taken a bit more seriously by the League.
And then someone calls him Green Lantern, and wait, hold on.
There's also a little bit of Martian Manhunter in there, who helps in the end. So Flash goes to... Then Miracle and Barda go to the Justice League and demand Superman's help. He's busy, so Flash goes to help, and they're just like, "We don't want you, Flash. We want Superman." He's like, "Oh, I'm just as fast." So yeah, he gets involved, and yeah, they just kind of break in. They free Kalibek. They go through like a bunch of traps, and like you said, it's interspliced with the flashbacks of him growing up there. And then the big twist at the end is, if you want to call it that, at some point they swapped Kalibek for Martian Manhunter. So they didn't. Not only did they not, deliver Calibec to Granny Goodness, but they've got the guy who can read minds. So they're like, so Granny Goodness is like, oh, I'm not going to tell you what Oberon is. It's like these little pips were very rude to Granny.
Yeah.
So he Manhunter's then just like, it's a great line. Just try not to think where you've got Oberon hidden. And then he just guides Flash to save him from the pit and the pendulum or some weird trap.
Right.
That's kind of it. We're kind of skipping over the main bit because it is a bunch of action, but it's good.
Yeah. It's very much a bubble episode. Like, it's just a bunch of, I don't know. We set up all that stuff from the Highfather stuff in that one, was it Twilight. So
Yeah, and the death of Darkseid.
right, yeah. So we just kind of have a follow up to that, but which is interesting.
I think this Flash episode sticks out the most in my memory because it's the only one that's not just set in the city. I think it's like Central City, both of his, but it's definitely the most different Flash-centric episode. It's not being paired up with Lantern for once as well, you know. They do that
Right.
twice. I always get like those two episodes mixed up, Eclipsed and the Grodd episode. I always kind of get them mixed up in my head because they're both Flash Lantern pairings mostly.
Yeah.
But this one's quite refreshing.
Yeah.
Also, I put in the notes. It's nice to see Apocalypse again because we've done a lot of things just on Earth with like, you know, like the American government and just kind of Earth stuff. You know, it's nice to get with like weird alien stuff again.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just sort of an isolated story. It's nice to see Flash do stuff. And apparently a lot of bad CGI, but that's just sort of a thing.
That's not even going to be a note.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
That's a constant now, but
yeah. So that's a B, but where is it on B?
we will be I'm surprised Wake the Dead is this high because it's
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
it just wrote off a character.
it has a lot of problems now that I think back on it, but
It's still well made though.
yeah.
But the more I think about it, the more I'm kind of pushing it back though, because it's just a bunch of people wailing on Grundy, and then she just has to put him out of his misery.
It's got some nice Chaira stuff in it, I guess.
Oh yeah, that's a good point though. It is carried a lot by her return.
Yeah. But so
No, looks good though.
yeah. All right, so now we get to start the arc proper with season 2, episode 3, Doomsday Sanction. Oh, this one starts out with Batman paying Waller a visit.
Yeah, in the shower.
Yeah. I know I've seen clips.
It's
of
a really
that
good
before.
scene.
Yeah.
He hands her the towel. She reaches for it, she grabs it, and then she's like, "Wait, what?"
She's like, we gotta talk.
There's a really good back and forth as well. Like it's really like, oh, Batman has the upper hand, then she has the upper hand, and then it's fantastic. It's like, oh, I know all about you, and she's like, yeah, well, I know all about you, and she's like, well, what do you think you're doing? And she's saying, well, we're protecting the Earth from you, a real threat. And then like Batman doesn't really have a good comeback. He's just like, yeah, well, cut it out, and leaves, kind of. But yeah, no, it's a really good moment. Waller reveals that they did. So the episode A Better World, they had to tell Luthor all about the Justice Lords to get him to help. The consequence of that is that they found out about the whole killing the President Luthor thing. So they've done some computer simulations and found out if that did actually happen, then, you know, humanity can't really do much of anything to defend themselves. It's just like, yeah, you'll beat us badly. So they started Cadmus as a contingency against that. So it's like, yeah, if that ever did happen though this time, like in this, if that did ever happen, now we'd be able to defend ourselves. And Batman doesn't really have much to say. She's like, Just stop it. We're the Justice League.
We never do
And there's
that.
also this great moment where Amanda's like hand is shaking after he leaves as well. It's another good little bit.
Oh,
Bit
yeah.
of, character acting in this animated show.
Yeah, it's starting to really push the plot along where, like, we've got the, what do you even call them? Just like the Waller's group. There's this round table of assholes.
Yeah.
So
Yes. Yeah, so if you actually read the comics, that is exactly what they were called. The Round Table of Assholes.
so
They
it's,
obviously changed that for the cartoon.
it's Waller, Emil Hamilton. Who I gotta remember his name now because he's important.
It was a good guy in Superman, yeah.
Right.
J.K. Simmons.
Yeah, J.K. Simmons, who I don't know the name of, but yeah.
General Eiling, but it's J.K. Simmons.
Yeah. I'm blanking on who else
It's
is
in
there.
it's on the synopsis.
Oops. Oh, Hugo Strange is there for, I think, an episode?
Yeah.
Tala.
Yeah, so I got some context for that. He was supposed to be doing the torture scene with Question later on. Then the bat embargo happened, so they had to replace him with someone else.
Right, you didn't mention that before, but
Yeah.
yeah, the fucking bat embargo. Jesus. So, yeah, Hugo Strange is here for now, but he's going to be gone afterwards. I don't know if he says much of anything. Tala, who is also here for, like, an episode, and then she disappears. And then Professor Milo. You remember that guy from two, like, awful-ass episodes of Batman the Animated Series? He's back. He's here for just one more episode before he fucking dies. Because he gets
Justice for catch fever.
yeah, he gets upset over just, I don't know, being basic. Well, what is it
Not
like?
taken seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Wallace chewing him out for making a superpowered warthog or something. It's like, you're not pulling your weight around here.
It's like you made a werewolf.
It's like, I've got a new strain of rabies. Yeah, I've made a werewolf.
Made a werewolf with rabies. It's incredible. And they're just like, you suck. And he gets
Get a
pissed.
haircut.
Fucking Mandar, get out of here.
He's got the fucking Guy Gardner haircut.
Oh, he does, yeah. But yeah, he's upset, and he goes to Doomsday, who they've got locked up somewhere. The lobotomized Doomsday, who apparently got better, I guess.
Yeah.
And he basically says, like, what does he do? He just tells him, like, oh, your enemy isn't this or that, or I can help you if you help me, and
Yeah, he was... So, it's revealed, because obviously he got a weird kind of introduction. He just kind of showed up randomly in that Justice Lords episode.
yeah.
So we're now, like, retconning that. We're now saying he's a clone of Superman, basically. And he was just... They did, the Clockwork Orange thing of just making him hate Superman. Like, there's just this... They hold his eyes open, and there's a hologramic Superman that shoots lasers at him.
Yeah.
Funny. So he's just manufactured to hate Superman. He also comments that, like, yeah, the bottomized part of his brain has regrown. And he's just been faking. So Milo's, like, freeing him and just like, yeah, Superman's not your enemy, it's just manufactured. Your real enemy is Amanda Waller, who shot you into space when you didn't obey. So you're gonna get to Amanda Waller, right? And he's just like, yes, release me. I'm like, okay. And then he just immediately kills Dr. Milo. And then he's just like, now for Superman.
Right.
He doesn't give a shit. Yeah, he's asked later, it's just like, why are you doing this? I'm not your enemy. And he's just like, Superman, I don't care. And I will kill you. He also now finally, it's still the same VO, but he sounds more like Doomsday, you'd imagine.
He's got, like,
At least
filters
what I would imagine.
to make him sound a little weirder.
Yeah.
And then what I think
You know, it sounds like enough from the clown.
yes. Mostly what proceeds from here is just they have a big ass fight in a volcano, him and Superman, while, like, the Justice League is there because it's like on an island somewhere. I don't know if it was at, like, a real world place or if it's like part of Casney or whatever, but it's some sort of island that has got a volcano that's going off and they're evacuating people. And then Doomsday just shows up and starts fighting Superman inside the volcano. And what's really interesting is that Superman basically just tells people, like, hey, don't worry about me, just do what you're doing, just get everyone to safety. And
Yeah, I like that.
he's actually, going toe-to-toe with this guy raised to hate him, and
Yeah.
then he's more
Kill
concerned
him.
about people, other people, other than himself.
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is, yeah. It's
No, it's
neat.
like Wonder Woman's like, do you need any help? And just like, no, just focus on the people.
Yeah.
It's very Superman. Or at least how Superman should be.
All right, and then something about, like, missiles get launched to the island?
Yes. Yeah, so they found, so Cadmus found like, Doomsday's loose. And J.K. Simmons just like, oh, he's doing his job well. And Wallace just like, yeah, what's he gonna do once he's done killing Superman? Like, he's just gonna be, he's just gonna run rampant. So Eiling's idea is to just fire a nuke at the island. And his reasoning is just like, yeah, well, we've been trying to, we want to take out Superman, we've got to deal with Doomsday, and we're trying to stop drug traffic out of this island for years. So,
Yeah.
like 3 birds, 1 stone, he says. And Waller is pissed, you can't just nuke an island.
Yeah.
So, she's furious, and then Batman finds out about the missile, and this is another good moment where he phones Waller. Using the presidential hotline, she answers, goes, yes, Mr. President. It's just Batman on the other side. She's like, how do you get this number? And then she sort of like, she doesn't admit it, but, Batman can sort of tell from her reaction that she didn't know a thing about it.
Right.
So, like, it's good. You didn't, like, get her to confess. She's just like, yeah, I'll do what I have to, what has to be done. He hangs up, and then he's just like, yeah, she didn't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really good. So Batman has to take a javelin down to stop it. And take in mind the whole Doomsday fight is still going on, and Batman has to take the javelin. It's similar to the end of Starcrossed, where he's basically going on a suicide mission. I think you mentioned Dark Knight Rises.
Yep.
And then he stops, and then Superman saves him at the last minute. Also of note is that during the Doomsday fight, Superman does actually try to lobotomize him, which is, it doesn't work, but it's very much a red flag that he even tried that.
Yeah.
That little decision there will come up again. Yeah. So Doomsday's defeated by being thrown into the volcano. He's not destroyed, he's kind of just encased in molten rock. So he's captured. And then Superman... Does Superman save Batman? Am I making shit up? Am I thinking of Starcrossed?
I don't remember Superman saving Batman, but I'm a little fuzzy on the details on this one. I just remember that, like, yeah, Batman is responsible for getting the missiles out of there. Superman captures Doomsday. He doesn't kill him, and then at the end of it, he just say, like, "Hey, Doomsday, fuck you," put you in the Phantom Zone.
Yeah. Can confirm Superman does not save him, and just Batman barely makes it.
Yeah. I remember. Yeah, it's a lot of implying, like, oh, we're going down a dark path where Superman is, like, banishing this guy, and I think Doomsday is just in there taunting him before he gets sent to the Phantom Zone.
Yeah.
While showing, like, oh man, Luthor is becoming president, or he's on his campaign, and so
Yeah, that's a newscast at the very end there. That's where that funny image takes. That's where that funny image is from. And also, like Batman, he's obviously he's mortal. He is heavily injured, and he's getting a little bit pissed off at Superman. And he tries he tries to make a joke, and he's just like, "You don't get to joke. I just took a bullet for you."
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. He's, like, in the hospital at the end, and he's just, like, he's talking about, like, this, what happens if it comes to that, like,
Yeah.
and then Superman's just like, I would never kill him, like, that's not going to happen. And he's just like, sure.
Yeah.
So, it's, yes, things are starting to get tense. Already. We're only at the start of this. And, yeah, so that episode's good.
Yeah, it is, yeah. It's a really good fight as well. Like, it's just in the volcano.
Oh, right.
It's just good shit.
Looking at the notes, I forgot. This is the episode that was also, like, kind of chaotic. Like, it was super fast. Like, we were... Because it was... everything's condensed into one part. Or they're one-part episodes. They want to tell a lot of story in a little time sometimes. And, this one was a little weird with that. Just something to make it, like, not perfect, but still pretty good.
Yeah, I want to mention as well, there's a very cool shot where, like, you've got the full table of the original 7 members of the Justice League, and then you also have, like, the Cadmus table, and they do this, like, rotating thing where they're alternating between the two. You just kind of realise just how similar they are.
Oh, yeah!
So, like, the guys aren't, that dissimilar. And a little bit of just like, well, they're kind of right in some ways.
Yeah. I forget also Shira is now just part of the main 7 again. Like...
Yeah, I mean, I guess you passed the vote, so...
I guess so, yeah, but I don't know, it was very weird from, like, the end of the last season where they're very clearly, like, there's very mixed feelings about her being there, and then now it's just like, oh, she's at the main table again, whatever. We're back to the status quo, but, that a small gripe. But yeah, I'm gonna say top of B. You said the high B, low A.
Yeah, that's fine, yeah. Yeah, the pacing probably keeps it out of A. But it is very good.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of good contrast between the two.
Absolutely. Alright, Season 2, Episode 4, Suicide Squad. Task Force X. Alright, I remember very specifically, like, this is one of the episodes that sticks out clearly in my mind because of...
good reason.
Yeah, it is... it just straight up is Suicide Squad. Like, back when that movie first came out, we were talking about good versions of that concept, and...
Oh, yeah.
This is one of them. This is... I think part of the reason why I was watching some of the shows is like, hey, look, they did this and it was really cool. That in Assault on Arkham.
Yeah.
But, so Task Force X is about Task Force X, which is a little group...
I believe that's the name in the comic as well. It isn't just made up. It's just...
Oh, okay.
Like, that's always... I'm pretty sure, like, in both Suicide Squad movies, like, the unofficial name is Suicide Squad, but I think officially Waller refers to them as Task Force X.
Oh, so sure. That's probably true.
Not unprecedented.
Sure. But yeah, Waller gets together a little group of people to go infiltrate the Watchtower. And that includes, let's see, Deadshot, Plastique, Captain Boomerang, and the Clock King. Which Clock King is just sort of like an intel guy, like he's back at the...
Like a tactician, yeah.
Yeah, at the base, but I had forgotten that fucking Clock King is here. Holy shit. That man...
I dare say it, this is like the best use of him ever.
Absolutely, yeah. He's come a long way
like,
since...
I picture him as he's better as like the guy with the headset on rather than on the front lines,
Yeah,
He does no frame data.
Yeah, like his whole thing is being smart, so him, like, going toe-to-toe with Batman was kind of fucking weird. And, he's come a long way from me being irrationally angry about him. He's pretty fun in this episode, because he's just doing his thing, but...
And he's also the only one to ever use the term Martian Manhunter in this show.
Right, yeah. Oh yeah, Flag.
And they're being led, Rick Flag is the leader.
And, so what is it? Like, they, because, it's...
So, like, Deadshot's on death row. And then this guy just has an order, just like, he's not being executed today. And, like, the warden's just like, release him. We don't know what's going on. They're driving in his car, and then he basically just says, did you like your last meal? It's laced with nanite, so if you try and escape, we're gonna blow your head off.
Right.
Yeah. So they have a job for him. And it's, like you said, it's to infiltrate the Watchtower. Which is... It's like, very intimidating. That whole vibe of this show is like, holy shit, the Justice League are terrifying.
the entire story takes place from the perspective of these characters. Like, it is not a hero story by any measure. And, like, it's weird. Like, the protagonists are these guys, but they are villains. And, like, kind of the major point of it is, like, they get away with it. But not without...
they get away. I think in the behind-the-scenes thing, Bruce Timm said, look, if we want Cadmus to be credible, they have to win one. Hence this episode. So...
I'm trying to remember...
they actually had to win.
What they're actually accomplishing, though, because they're sneaking in as...
They are stealing the Annihilator.
Oh, right, yes. They're sneaking in as just... What do you even call them? They're just, like, regular people working at the Watchtower, just...
Basically. Yeah, there's like a crew.
Yeah.
Justice League has a crew. So they just... that's what Memorial Day is about.
Right.
And so, like, Clock King is keeping track of all the schedules and everything. He knows when, the fewest members of the League are there and things like that. That's how he pulls his weight. You need to get out that corridor. There's a voter due there any minute now. Things like that. They're terrifying though, because they're so overpowered. There's a bit where Deadshot and Plastique are in an elevator together, and Jon Stewart gets in, and they're just like, and then Deadshot, he's like, he and Plastique are flirting throughout the whole episode, and then he shows off, and he asks for Shaira's autograph. He's like, my wife is after Hawkgirl's autograph. Do you know where she is? And Stewart's just like, I don't know. It really irked. It's just Deadshot does that, and like Plastique's like, you're very bad. Like, yeah. It's really good. Like, the relationship between Plastique and Deadshot is amazing. And then it's just in this like 20-minute episode. It's so good.
You get a lot. Like, you understand these characters a lot from just how little screen time they technically get. Like, there's so much development for them. And it ends up with Deadshot basically sacrificing Plastique to get away.
Yeah.
Which...
They end up, they get discovered, otherwise, they kind of have to, otherwise there's not much drama.
Yeah.
There's one of my favourite bits is, this is kind of like a Superman thing, but it's for Manhunter. They just get found out, and they're in the middle of, like, I don't know, like the hangar, whatever you call it, like the control room. And Manhunter's there, and just like, ask yourselves, just being in here with me, what you truly desire? Just like, oh shit. He's powerful as fuck. Like, oh god, oh Christ.
Yeah.
It's like the reason I mentioned that Superman thing is because he's treated like really powerful, but so is Manhunter, and like most of these superheroes, like they really don't want to be caught. Like, this is not a good place to be. This place is very scary for a supervillain. It's from their, it's all from their perspective. So, Rick Flag, he's like really he hates this scum he has to work with. At the end, you find out what's Waller gotten you, and he just says nothing. Some of us don't have to be blackmailed to serve our country. So he just thinks it's right.
Right. Yeah.
And then Captain Boomerang, who has more than 2 lines, he says more than just crikey and good day, mate.
Right.
He's also found out he's voiced by Mel Gibson's brother, which is kind of curious if he is natural Aussie for that, and yeah, they did. It's really, really good, and then it ends with the perspective kind of shifts back to the Leaguers, only very briefly, to Green Lantern and Manhunter, and they find out they got betrayed by one of the members of the crew, Vance, who may or may not be related to the guy from Batman Beyond, who is like his family. I don't know. It's a weird coincidence that we're using that name. I'm sure it probably is intentional, knowing these producers and these writers.
It's either like an intentional like connection or just like a reference to them being cute. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if they just throw the name in there just to see if anyone picks up on it. But
yeah.
The guy from Lost Soul is apparently sells them out. Oh, I want to mention, because I noticed one of the notes, the music, they go They do a lot
Oh,
more
yeah.
with the music in this season in general. Like, it feels like,
Oh, yeah.
in general, there's, like, just more fitting stuff, and then this one's got some funky spy music, as we wrote,
Yeah.
which definitely elevated the episode.
It did, yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah, it ties with the Annihilator stuff as well. Like, we're gonna see that pay off. There's, like, an arc within an arc.
yeah,
Like, the
yeah.
Annihilator stuff was really just originally just kind of the Greek myth stuff. But then it gets tied into Cadmus, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like, briefly. Not, it
Briefly.
doesn't... We'll see that, yeah. In fact, that's the next episode. So.
It is, yeah.
They have a magic woman in Cadmus who's just like, yeah, this will be useful. So.
Oh, right, yeah, she was there, so... But, yeah, so we wrote A, maybe S. I'm gonna advocate for that to be an S.
I'm gonna advocate for that to be yes. I'm the one who slapped that on. I was like, I think that's an S, actually. That is really cool episode, I've always liked it. Is it, like, particularly emotional? No, but the perspective thing is so cool. And the, how much we get to know these characters in such a short amount of time. And granted, like, Deadshot isn't brand new, but he was, like, just that, the Aquaman episode, and I think he had a little bit of a cameo in Hereafter.
Right, yeah.
So.
No, that's an incredible episode.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely yes.
For sure. Season 2, Episode 5, The Balance.
That's a continuation there, yeah.
Yep. This is, Tala has the Annihilator, and she has Felix Faust's soul who's imprisoned in a mirror. And then he tricks her, and then she gets stuck in the mirror, and he is inside the Annihilator, and he's just using it as a body. And
yeah, so kind of like
yeah.
just like his ghostly face where the helmet is. Yeah,
right. Yeah. And then Wonder Woman gets a letter from Zeus being like, "Hey, go stop this," and then she does.
Yeah. So
yeah.
we put that in. But no. So yeah, Faust is like pissed off at Hades because he did betray him, and there's a good bit because so it's being relayed by Hermes, who's it's Hermes, isn't it? Yeah. He just kind of walks directly to Themyscira, which is a good visual. It's just like because he went straight to Themyscira, and I mean straight there, just walked along the seabed, and he just goes to hell. How fitting for Freddy to go to hell, but and he just basically just gets there and he kicks Hades' ass and he chains him to the rock to have the whole I think it's vultures rather than a whole, but he has his whole liver eaten continuously thing going on. So all the magic users in the Justice League, and I guess everywhere, are freaking out because they're tied to the balance. So there has to be balance between order and chaos, and Faust just kicking Hades out of his role, like he's not doing his job, so that's causing imbalance. So like you said, Wonder Woman gets tasked to restoring Hades on the throne, even though she doesn't like him, just like, yeah, but there has to be balance, hence the name of the episode. So he's a magic user. What's good against magic? The nth metal mace that Hawkgirl uses. Slight problem. Wonder Woman and Hawkgirl do not get on. Wonder Woman definitely voted against Shayera coming back. I'm pretty sure of that. So there's she goes to steal the mace, and Shayera's just like, no. If you want the mace, I'm coming too. So it's the two of them. So it's a pretty simple plot, probably elevated slightly by these two trying to get on. I do like the fact that the original members of the League are not that forgiving, some more so than others. But yeah.
Not gonna lie, I said basically everything I had to say about this episode already. It is the weakest one of this season. Spoilers, but it's not terrible by any metric.
It's still pretty good.
Yeah, it's just sort of like, hey, we need to kind of wrap up the whole like Wonder Woman and Shayera don't like each other thing, and so they kind of have to fight alongside each other, and they're a little quippy, but they get kind of over it eventually.
Hmm.
because they help each other out.
There's a there's a very incidental character voiced by Wayne Knight who I didn't even recognize who you pointed out. That
Right.
was weird.
Yeah. Oh, and then this is where before she descends down to go face Faust, Hippolyta is just like, oh, by the way, level up, and then she can use her
Oh.
lasso of truth now.
Yeah,
So
yeah, because you said like when she used that before, and I'm like, she doesn't know it.
yeah,
So
yeah.
now she does. Yeah, very video gamey.
So
And they also they always seem to have fun with the hell things. It's just like she gets the orders from Zeus, and she's like, so Zeus is basically telling me to go to, and I'm just like, yeah, basically.
that's the second time in this show where Wonder Woman has says go to and then cuts off.
Yeah,
Like very interesting running theme.
yeah. So yeah, it's probably the weakest episode, but it tells a lot about the season because that's still pretty good.
Yeah, yeah.
They really, yeah, they're getting this like they're getting this all down, you know.
Yep, yep.
Um,
Um,
and it ties into the bigger plot. I mean, not massively so. Like the Cadmus tie-in is a little bit isn't particularly strong, but you know, Tala is a member of Cadmus, so
and she's gone
I guess they
now.
just had the yeah, I guess.
She doesn't come back as far as I remember. So
Uh, she'll be back. Don't worry about that.
okay. So yeah, we wrote B. Probably. I'm gonna say here.
Probably above.
Or what do you think?
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of Fearful Symmetry. Just the stuff like just fighting Galataeo a bunch. I mean, it's got question in it, which helps, but it's never been that memorable to me. I think the balance is a little bit more memorable.
Yeah,
I think there's better question episodes, is the thing.
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Such as.
Oh yeah, season 2, episode 6, Double Date. This is the introduction, kind of
Well,
Huntress.
formal introduction, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, the Huntress who is not Star Sapphire anymore. She, her design is better, more distinct,
Yes.
and her deal is that she hates this one guy who was just some big pale ass motherfucker who looks a lot like the albino from that one Batman Beyond episode. Hint, hint. And she like yeah he killed her parents like right in front of her,
Yeah.
and so
Yeah.
she's like I'm gonna kill that asshole, and like the episode starts out with her essentially doing that, but it turns out that like he's like she shoots into his bed and it's just a bunch of pillows, and then it turns out that it was Jean had basically set up a trap to expose her
Yeah.
as a doing something that the League does not approve of, which is just murdering people. So
Yeah.
she gets thrown out of the League for screwing up, and they end
So
up
it was a test which she failed.
yeah, and they end up having to basically like play defense for the guy. Like they have not a watch party. What the hell do you call it? Just like a security for Mandragora,
Jason, like,
Stephen Mandragora, and they've got what Green Arrow and Black Canary, and just some,
he's gonna like, yeah, he's like witness protection. He's just
that's it. Yeah,
he's gonna just snitch on a bunch of crime bosses. At least that's what he
right.
says he's gonna do. So the security for him.
Yeah, and so yeah, those two, Black Canary and Green Arrow, are on detail for him, and Huntress is trying to kill him, and Question ends up getting roped along. Forget exactly why, but
That's her prerogative. She sees. So she's been fired. And just as she's making her way out, she sees him, and kind of makes up some bullshit, saying like, "Oh, I know loads about Cadmus." Like she doesn't know a thing, but it's like, "Oh, if you help me with this, I'll tell you everything I know about Cadmus." And then, and I think at the end we find a question saw right through her, but he just wanted to help her anyway. So
right, and then they form a relationship based on this
Yeah.
episode, which
Yeah.
The title is alluding to both, him and her, and then Green Arrow and Black Canary are like the two sides fighting each other. So Mandragora ends up like betraying them. Like he ends up knocking out the guards and escaping. And there's a big sort of like chase. They're chasing him down. I'm trying to there's just a lot of like back and forth with the two sides fighting each other. They end up at a wharf somewhere, and it sort of it ends up with Huntress basically getting him dead to rights. Like the other two just kind of get pushed aside. They basically fail, and she's got him dead to rights. And then you find out what he was doing, which was he was at the dock waiting for his son to arrive on boat. And
yeah, we know his son.
Yeah, his son, who is Edgar, the albino from Batman Beyond.
Yeah.
That's just him. Okay. But yeah, and so he's the kid runs out and it's just like, Dad. And she sees this and she's like, shit. Which is really, really weird.
Question House as well. Question's just like, do you really want to do this?
Oh, yeah. He helped stalk her down from it. It's very weird, though, because of, Mandragora is just a huge dude who is seemingly invincible. Like, he gets hit with all sorts of shit, and he shrugs it off. Like, Green Arrow cannot...
I kind of like him, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, but...
It's just something about his personality. He's so fucking, like, toxic. He's such a bastard.
Oh, yeah.
Everything he says.
When he's introduced, like, properly, he's sitting there, like, eating just a bunch of food while Green Arrow and Black Canary are watching him. And he's just constantly taunting them and just trying to piss them off. And succeeds. So...
Oh, yeah.
But...
Canary ends up punching him after he says, will the... You phoned to Arrow, will all the real men taken?
Oh, Jesus. Yeah. But,
he also has like this sort of kingpin thing going on, where it's like apparently it's all muscle, like no fat.
No, I like him. The only thing that I thought was weird is that Huntress has just her little crossbow on him, and it's like, oh no, don't kill him. It's like, what is that gonna do? Fucking everything else, like he got electrocuted.
Yeah,
and
apparently the arrows. Yeah, that's the. I don't know. I agree. Apparently that's the. They do make it clear that yes, this thing's different, but
they don't explain why.
I guess it's just like pointy arrows. She says, as opposed to, the gimmick arrows Green Arrow uses. So.
Yeah. It just felt a little silly, but then which is funny because she ends up being like, all right, fine, and then she shoots like a pallet of girders or something that falls on top of him and crushes him. But he's him, so he's fine. But it's like, instead of killing him, I'll just crush him. But he shrugs it off, so who cares? It's very very interesting. I just thought that was funny. But otherwise, no, this was a really good episode.
Yeah. The Black Canary Arrow stuff is also really good. Huntress and Question are a great pair as well. It's just two great pairs, honestly. Hence the name of the episode.
Yep.
They play. There's a bit where it's just so good. It's just I was confronting Huntress and Question. He goes, now we've got to find out what Question just put it in his pocket. And he goes, who? Me? And then it's just like he pretended so he hands him a key that is his own personal key, but then Arrow already knows he's being tricked. It's so good. So he's like, they went up to a train station. That's just a red herring, but then Arrow doesn't fall for it. It's so good.
Yeah.
This is sort of mental game of chess. Strange, isn't it?
It's really, really good. So we wrote high B.
Yeah.
So probably top of B if I had to say.
Honestly, yeah, probably.
Is it, just to be sure, is it not getting into A? What do you think?
I really like the relationship stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like our standards are just being raised now.
Yeah. I say we put it here.
Fine.
I mean, if we really want to adjust things later, we can, but that's... I have no
No,
problem
she's
with
got
it.
a good arc as well.
Yes.
Like her origin was told quite briefly but succinctly.
Yeah. No, it's...
Her being kicked out of the league, that's good as well.
And she comes back, too,
just
so...
Mm-hmm.
All right. Season 2, Episode 7, Clash. Oh, this is an interesting one. This is the Captain Marvel episode, or Shazam, depending on how Marvel's feeling today. Or DC. I don't know. I don't know how all that works, but I just know that...
I think it is just Shazam now.
Right,
Not
right.
when this was made, I think the days of calling him Captain Marvel are over. So, he's Captain Marvel in this, but nowadays he's Shazam.
They do refer to him as Marvel in this, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. This one is just like... It starts out with just a fight of just some random goons, I think. And...
It's like Parasite, I think. And... Batman actually has to ask for help. I think that's his episode. Manhunter's just like, ask for help.
Oh, yeah. Yes, John, the sarcasm's really helpful right now. Yeah. But,
Oh, we get some, like, character themes for the first time in a while. We get Batman's theme and we get Superman's theme.
That's right, yeah. That was interesting time for that, but...
Again, the music is better this season.
Absolutely, yeah. Very quickly, Marvel comes in, and he just kind of cleans house, and...
When you said that, I was just picturing the Avengers.
All right, Shazam comes in, and he
No. He's Marvel. I've made my joke. In this, he is Captain Marvel. Okay.
He's...
Don't do that Shazam thing. Lawsuits be damned.
He shows up, he cleans house, and everyone's like interviewing. Everyone's all excited for him, excited about him, and except Superman. Superman does not like this kid, like immediately, and it's kind of weird, but it ends up being for part of the plot. But yeah, he does not like this guy, and he gets interviewed by Lois Lane, and she's just asking him general questions, and it ends up landing on the question of like, what do you think of Lex Luthor running for president? And he's supportive in the sense that he's like, I think it's good that villains can be reformed, and
Big advocate for reform episodes.
Yes, he's like, I loved reform episodes in all the other shows, so I think we should have one here. And the news starts reporting on this as like he's vouching for Luthor as president, like he's really pushing for it, and he's just like, that's not what I meant, but
but for an adult to say that, like, that just sound like an endorsement, so it's just like, ooh.
Yeah. So I'm guessing people don't realize, well, because they don't know who his secret identity is, so they don't realize.
It's just a guy to them.
Yeah, it's like, oh, this is a dude, but no, Marvel is just a kid. Like, he's just he's a little kid.
Bassett?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure his name's Billy.
It's Billy.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's just some kid. He says Shazam, and then he becomes a big dude. He just looks like Superman, but...
I think that's part of the legal stuff when he was made his debut. He's kind of considered a Superman ripoff.
Oh, so. Right.
Before, that was before DC bought the rights to the comics.
Sure.
It wasn't originally DC.
Right. So, but yeah, he's just kind of around for this episode, and a lot of this revolves around basically just him not realizing the consequences of the power that he has, where Superman basically gives him a stern talking to over what he did, like what he said, which caused, he doesn't like being associated with someone who supports Luthor, because he doesn't like Luthor for obvious reasons.
Yeah, you just don't want to play politics, period.
Yeah.
Really. Like he says, we don't advertise things. We don't advertise deodorant on TV, and Flash goes like, ooh.
Yeah.
I'm hoping you'll, in the edit, use the image of him just holding up that headline, because it kind of summarizes it.
Yeah,
As
it's
opposed to the one where he has big hands.
multiple shots of him have huge hands. It's weird, but
Yeah.
but yeah, he basically, yeah, like he's just getting like kind of talked down to because he doesn't realize the responsibilities he has, and because he's just a kid, he doesn't really understand. He just wants people to be good. He just wants to do good,
I
and
mean, as a member of the Justice League, you speak for all the members of the Justice League. So Luthor's on TV doing an interview, and like Luthor says something like, "Well, you know, if Captain Marvel's to believe, the League have forgiven me." And Superman's watching. He's like, "For God's sake!"
yeah, he gives this glance to Shazam, and he's just like, "Oh yeah, good job." It's it's good. And then the large part of this is Luthor he's built his own Bamham City. He
I wanted
has,
to interrupt because I'm on the
sure,
screenshot website. This is absolutely not important for the plot. I
okay.
just want to acknowledge these absolute fucking like F tier villains they're facing at some point. I have
Oh
no idea who they are, but these lousy ass villains who I've never seen before or since. There's like a kung fu guy with horns. There's was it the what did you call him in the notes? A Blubbernaut or something?
oh yeah, yeah.
Blubbernaut. Yeah, I don't know what these F tier villains are, but it's not important. It's just a little filler scene because Batman. Everyone seems to like Marvel apart from Superman. He's like, I thought I was the Boy Scout.
Oh right.
So no, that was not important. But I just wanted to highlight that because those are some character designs. I'm sure they have rich and varied histories in the comics, but to me, it's just what the hell.
Yeah,
Anyway, sorry, Lexor City.
the villain people. Yeah, yeah. So Lex has his own city now, and he's I know he's doing like an unveiling thing or like a grand opening sort of thing in like a park somewhere. Superman overhears him say something like, "It'll be ready," or it's going to go off in like 30 minutes. My escape route planned or whatever, or is it?
Yeah.
It's just something like, "Oh, he's about to do something terrible," and then Superman is like, "Uh-oh, that means bad, and I'm going to go tear his shit up." He uses X-ray vision to see something like in the sewers, like way below. That's like it looks like a time bomb, and so he starts tearing things up, and he just starts like yelling and getting everyone out of there and tearing things up to try to get this bomb. Meanwhile,
Everybody, get out! You're all going to die. You're going to die horribly.
and and Marvel is there, and he's just like, what are you like?" I think yeah, he's just straight up
That
just like,
down, Superman.
I believe in Luthor. Like I want to believe that Luthor can change, so he's on Luthor's side essentially.
Yeah, yeah. Just like, hey, just give him benefit of the doubt. It's like there's no time to give him benefit of the doubt. Fuck him.
I'm trying to remember what more.
And he says like, there's like the thing's gonna go off. He goes like, well, what is it? And it's just like, well, it's a power generator that runs on kryptonite. And he's like, what the hell? Like,
Right.
no, it'll go off. He goes, what do you mean go off? Anyway, so Marvel tries to stop him.
Yeah, yeah. The two
Yeah,
end up.
like I think Superman is like, I'm pretty sure Superman's the one who throws the first blow. You know, Marvel tries to like grab his arm and he just swats him through a statue. So he's just like, okay, it's on now.
Oh yeah, yeah. And so it ends up just being a huge fight where they just tear the entirety of Lexor City to the ground to get at this bomb, which turns out to be just like a generator.
Yeah, I think they have the Atom look at it, and he's just like, it's exactly what he said it is.
Yeah. And then Lex puts on this like falsetto and just like, I just wanted to do good. I just wanted to give
help
them
the
power.
children.
Yeah. This and it's like it just makes Superman look like a dick.
Oh.
And then
He does this really, yeah. Clancy Brown does this really good tone of voice, where it's just like, well, "It's okay, Superman. It was my fault for not telling you." Just the way, it's just this exact tone. It's just like it's so condescending. It's so like
I'll pay for all the
It is-
damages.
Yeah. And then Superman has to say, of course, the League will cover the expenses, and he just has to give a glance to Batman. Batman has a nod, and he's probably thinking, I fucking told you. Kent, you piece of shit.
Yeah, so Superman he's a little too quick to be angry in this episode, just in general. Like,
that's my only complaint.
Yeah, that's like, which is a very minor complaint for what is otherwise a really good episode. Like, he overreacts pretty heavily, but, otherwise, I mean, it was just Lex.
It's all cool, though.
Lex just fucking with them. Like, he basically planned all of this. Like, it went off perfectly. I think he said something like, I didn't expect to see, like, infighting in the League. I was just hoping to make Superman look like an idiot, but, like, I got the bonus of making them fight each other.
It turns out he's talking to Waller.
Oh, right. I think Marvel also... Does he quit the League?
He quits. Yeah, he doesn't think they act like heroes anymore.
Yeah.
He's being disenchanted by the whole incident.
Yeah, which
kind of sad.
Yeah, but it's also, like, it's a very strong scene because it's just a kid talking to adults, but in a way that's both believable and also poignant, like, just making them seem as pathetic as they are.
Yeah, I mean, he does have the wisdom of Solomon, so...
Yeah. It's just a really good episode.
Yeah.
So...
And the fight is really cool.
It is, yeah.
Like, they just have a whole city just for them to lay waste to. It's a bit like Man of Steel, but with, like, less of a body count.
Yeah, Superman's not that much of a dick.
No. He doesn't snap Billy's neck.
Yeah, so we wrote A.
Honestly, that might be the top of it. It covers quite a lot of topic. Well, hang on, sorry. I was looking at B when I said that for some reason. I was a bit hasty there. I would say next to Return. I don't know on which side though, because it's like it's a cool fight, and then you also kind of get into a little bit of the politics side of things.
I think it gets by Returns.
And Marvel's a cool character.
Returns, the Return. Yeah. I think it just barely squeaks in.
Cool.
All right. Season 2, Episode 8, Hunter's Moon. This is the start of the subtitles being wrong all the time for some reason. And
no, I can explain that. It's just the VLC downloader I have. Sometimes it's a bit slow catching up. So it was playing the subtitles from the last episode.
Right.
So.
Yeah. We got some good laughs out of that, but other than that, this is a hot girl, vigilante, and vixen get sent on a mission, and that's kind of the long and short of it, and the sort of issue
ramifications for Starcrossed.
Right, yeah, it's talking about them trusting her because they have a lot of moments where they're like, oh, she's selling us out because the villains are, what's her name? Is the in the no
Parandul.
Parandul, okay, it's on the synopsis, but we put in the appearances. Parandul and Krager.
I was really expecting a shit post name there. I was just expecting like Bird Lady or something. I was like, he's put a silly name in, hasn't he? No, Parandul, thank you.
Yeah, Parandul and Krager. I saved the joke name for the notes where I wrote Freddy Krager, but yeah, Krager was the guy who John invaded his mind and found out that he has a secret crush on Ro. And
then gave him brain damage.
Yeah, he's in a weird state now where he's brain damaged. He's got like this suit that he rides in, like this Robotnik-styled suit that basically keeps him, I don't know,
it's like a life
stable
support system.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just sort of like they're here and they're doing something, and they
want revenge on Shaira.
Right.
Because it's the interesting thing about her is that she kind of betrayed everyone. It's like, oh yeah, she backstabbed the League, but then at the end of that, she also backstabbed the Thundergarian. So like, kind of, her character crisis is that everyone hates her.
Yeah, yeah.
which I like. It's a good dynamic.
Yeah,
Because
so
they're saying like, there's a bit with vigilantes. Like, I thought we're the ones she betrayed. You know.
right, yeah. So she has to earn back their trust. She also has to get along with Vixen because they're both or yeah, Vixen is dating Stewart.
That's right.
Yeah, yeah. And, Chara was. So they naturally have a little bit of tension between them. So there's a lot of stuff going on for Shayera this episode. Other than that, it's just a lot of action. So it's a lot of just like, is she betraying us? Is she still working for them? No, she's actually good. And then we
Bit
like her
where
now.
Vixen kind of pretends to betray her. You kind of know, like, she's not really going to do that.
Yeah,
But then
yeah.
she tells them, "Oh, we're both after the same man," and then she's like, "Oh," and then like Vegas like, "I believe her because I know what it's like to have loved someone." No, um, but but yeah, no, it's some good bits. It's the strength of it is Vixen and Vigilante sort of begrudgingly like trusting her, but Vigilante is very critical of her, but he also doesn't want to sacrifice her. It's
Hmm.
like, I'm not gonna let you do this. Like, I don't really like you, but we're still Justice League, so I'm not gonna let turn yourself in.
Right, right.
Um, Vigilante is great.
Yeah, he's pretty good. He's just some Wild West gunslinger guy, but in
Yeah.
modern day. So
He's voiced by Nathan Fillion, who plays Guy Gardner in the most recent Superman movie.
all right.
And apparently, he and the VA for Vixen were both in Firefly. I've never seen it, but apparently they like casting Firefly and they like casting Star Trek. It seems so.
Right.
There's a bit of fun with the casting there because it's kind of like a cowboy, like I've heard it described as a Wild West in space. That's probably why they cast him as vigilante and stuck him on the space mission. I'm guessing.
Right.
But
Uh
yeah,
yeah, beyond that though, that's kind of the crux of it. The ending is that uh Stewart is not in this episode much, which is funny considering like how worried he is about those two working together.
it's
So
kind of good though. I kind of like him not being there though, just because they get
yeah,
sent off
yeah.
and he's like you can say to Manhunter, "Why did you do that?" He's like, "Why did I do what? Why did you send my ex away with my girlfriend?" And Manhunter's just like, I don't care."
Yeah, I have
Like,
better things to do
I'm
than
making
worry
a
about.
command. I am making a command decision. I don't care about your love life.
And
So he's probably spent the whole episode just like in his quarters, just going, "Oh shit, oh no." And then when they get back, they're just like, "How do you want to settle this?" And they're like, "Right now." And he's just like, "Oh no." And then it turns out they're just exchanging friendly anecdotes about Stewart. So,
yeah, they're like just off drinking somewhere, just having a laugh and getting along. So,
but just a small reminder though, Warhawk exists. That'll
yep,
come up again. So
yep,
it doesn't really come up here, but it will come up again.
yeah,
So
yeah. So, um, that's that.
mm,
We wrote B. It's
yeah.
uh, the B is so packed and so varied. It's hard to say
Maybe the
what.
top of B. I just like her arc, honestly.
Yeah, sure. It is. I feel like I never gave as much credit as I should have to just how important Shayera is in these shows. Like, she.
We've come along since season one, where they had to deliberately not tell us much about her. Because they
Right,
knew about that twist, yeah.
we went from Superman got kidnapped and also Hawk Girl was with him to her being like a major focus of the show, which
Yeah.
is wild. And I appreciate that. She's a good character, and these storylines are great. Season 2, Episode 9, Question
And it's
Authority.
and this is a three-parter. In not in name, but it absolutely is a three-parter.
Yeah, pretty much. Um, Captain Nathaniel Adams. Oh boy. trying to remember how this one starts. I should read the synopsis.
Superman and Captain Atom are fighting like a rando from Apocalypse. He's very clearly voiced by J.K. Simmons, who also is voicing a different character.
Oh, right, yeah, they're fighting Marvel's Mantis for some reason. It's weird. And they just named Mantis. I just thought that was funny.
It was like electric powers.
Yeah, he's some guy, and then they just throw... Superman throws him into a boom tube, and then...
He is treated as such, though. Captain Atom's just like, who is this guy? He's just like, he's from Apocalypse, all kind of chatty over there.
All right.
You know, it's just they're not really taking him seriously.
Yeah.
But then J.K. Simmons sees Captain Atom, and he's like, "Oh, yeah, you work for the U.S. Air Force. Yeah, we're calling you back into service." And then we cut to the opening title before we see what that evolved into. So
right. This is the one where Question just uncovers everything.
He loses his shit.
Yeah. Question. He finds out about that whole simulation of things leading to the A Better World scenario, or the Justice Lord scenario, I should say. I think they use that name specifically.
Yeah.
And yeah, he finds out about Luthor. The idea, like, it's apparently going to come to pass, or
it's just time loop rather than alternate reality, he says.
Yeah, and so I just remember it largely, like, he goes crazy, and then he's just like, well, I gotta kill Luthor now, because if I don't, Superman will, and if Superman does, we're in the Justice Lord's universe, and
yeah,
that's not good. So
side plot, by the way, Luthor doesn't have cancer anymore.
Oh,
he's
right.
Fine.
Yes, that's...
Emil Hamilton gives him a diagnosis, and he's like, yeah, you're fine. Like, it's not in remission. It was like it was never there. Like, huh. Okay.
He's also, like, super strong now.
We don't reveal that yet, but yeah.
Yeah, he's something's going on with him. And
yeah.
He doesn't seem to be too
diet
about it. He's getting over cancer, so I think he's pretty thrilled. So he's like, yeah, sure. I don't really care that it doesn't make any fucking sense. Sure. So...
Yeah, so like, don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
Yeah.
So questions. So he and Huntress are still dating. They steal. What does he say? 3 terabytes of data. I'm just kind of impressed by that because they're still not dated. Like that's still, I can still believe that.
Yeah.
You know, not Johnny Mnemonic. It's like 1 gigabyte is gigantic or something.
Well, you can store 1/100th of a game nowadays. Perfect.
Yeah.
You can...
So I like the whoever wrote that. Just like, I'm just gonna like make this number massive, just so it'll be quite a while before that becomes dated.
Yeah.
But yeah, he and Huntress are still dating. They're still a great pair.
Absolutely.
And he looks at this data and he loses his shit. And Huntress is just very worried about him. He confronts Superman, which is good as well.
Yeah, there's a huge discussion about, like... And Superman again is just like, I would never do that. And he's just like, are you sure? Like, are you really sure? Because all these simulations...
Didn't you recently try to lobotomize Doomsday?
No.
Like, whoops.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you said, he goes to confront Luthor, which is one of the best scenes in the show.
Yes.
Honestly.
And
but oops, we didn't realize Luthor has super strength now.
Right. Then,
which is kind of a shock for us, yeah.
Yeah. So Question gets subdued, and then he gets tortured here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Dr. Moon, who's not Doctor Strange.
Right, yeah.
Come on, we've got a full-blown torture scene in this kid's show, by the way.
Yeah, he's just being electrocuted, if I remember correctly, while in between he's being asked, like, what do you know? Or, or was he asking where the data was?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's trying to get it out of him. And Question just keeps just saying just random shit. Like, just random conspiracies that he has. And
the ends of shoelaces are called aglets. Their true purpose is sinister.
Right.
Always remember that one.
Yeah, and then just getting shocked every time he gives a bullshit answer. So
I do wish it was Doctor Strange shit, not that Doctor Strange, Hugo Strange.
Right. Yeah.
Scene, instead of whoever the hell this guy is. But...
It's Dr. Fate. Like, what happened here? Huh? But, yeah, and then Superman and Huntress team up to go get him out. To break him out of there.
And she's not a member of the League, so to contact him, she just kidnaps Jimmy Olsen.
Oh, right, yeah. He's just tied up, and Superman's like, yeah, 1 second, Jimmy. Let me talk to her. So...
Just a moment, Jimmy.
So, yeah, they go to break into Cadmus HQ and to break him out of there.
Another great Superman display as well, because he's just like walking forwards, just like casually, just disarms all these guards, and then she like has to obviously exert herself to fight them. It's just another good reminder how far we've come since season 1, where Superman is powerful as fuck.
Yeah, he's like walking forward, absorbing all their bullets, while she's like close behind him, using him as a shield, and he's just like, yeah, don't worry, I got this. It's really good. So they get questioned out, and then...
He confronts Hamilton.
Oh, right.
Finds out he betrayed them. But then, it's another little moment, just like, maybe Cadmus is right, because he says, like, we've got a right to be scared. And just like, it goes back to the brainwashing thing that we never saw. That's apparently quite important.
Right.
It's like one scare, and you're just like, yeah, we need something against you. And also when Superman leaves, like, he just breathes heavily, because he was like, he's maintaining his composure, but as soon as he leaves, you're just like, oh god.
Right. Yeah. Which it's subtle, but it's good. Like it shows that, they're the villains essentially, but they're also scared as shit of these guys. Yeah. Like that's the reason they're doing this, because they're scared to hell. So, but yeah, they break Question out and they go to leave, and then Captain Atom shows up and it's like, hey guys, and then starts kicking their ass, because He's
a little more. He kind of announces it more than just. He doesn't like just attack them, but he just. He's like, Captain Man, cover our flank. He says, "You don't understand. I'm here as an officer of the U.S. Air Force." And he's like, "What?" It's like, I work for the government. Cadmus is the government. I'm like, oh shit.
Right. And then that's the cliffhanger. It ends right there.
Yeah. So, yeah, they end, and I was just like, oh yeah, I forgot that ends there.
Mm-hmm. And, boy, you wrote down 5 positives and no negatives, because this episode's really good.
Yeah, I think we're beyond the point of just writing negatives for the sake of it.
Yeah, pretty much. So, yeah.
That's an A.
That's an A. Is that top of A?
Maybe above Western Tales. Like, it's really good.
Yeah.
Western Tales is a lot of fun, but this has more intrigue, and advances a bigger plot. You got the twists, you got the multiple heel turns.
Yeah, good. And it just keeps getting crazier. We got
momentum going.
Yeah, season 2, episode 10, Flashpoint, which is. Wasn't the movie?
Flash goes back in time and he alters the timeline, so then Thomas Wayne is Batman. No.
Yeah. I don't remember why the first note is just dude. I think that's Huntress. It's just like.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah. Superman like, just like, dude. Superman just told you to step aside.
Oh right. Yeah. So. Yeah, there's this. It just starts off with a really big action scene between Captain Atom and Superman. Green Lantern shows up in subtitle only. Oh yeah, the Question is like real fucked up after being tortured. So
yeah,
he's
what a wimp. No.
he's in a hospital bed up in the Watchtower, I believe. I don't know, there's just some really good serious bits with like he gets unmasked by a Huntress, and they kind of like they flirt, and then he gets questioned. Question does, and
I want to mention the fact that he wasn't unmasked during the torture thing, but unlike the many times Batman should have been unmasked, I think they genuinely didn't know how to take his mask off, because you have to use his like aerosol.
Yeah, it makes sense finally. Like,
Yeah.
he has a face? I didn't no idea. I thought he just looked like that.
Yeah, they didn't try and demask him because they just thought he was like, oh, this is the Batman villain, no face, right?
Yeah. So, this one is... We didn't write a whole lot of notes, mostly just jokes, but the big thing with this one is that at one point, the giant orbital laser cannon from Darkheart, remember that one, that comes back,
Is it,
and...
I'm not saying this to pick because I'm actually not sure myself. Is it Darkheart or is it Blackheart? Because we use those two words interchangeably, and they are two things in this show.
It's Darkheart.
Darkheart, okay.
I've been editing that video all day since yesterday, and also the Blackheart
Okay.
is... I remember making jokes about that because of the Mugen game.
Mugen, yeah.
But no, yeah, that was the that laser cannon starts to fire. It starts to go off, and nobody told it to fire. At least nobody in the league did. But it goes off anyway.
What do they say? Like I think Batman later says like three people in the world are smart enough to hack the cannon, and two of them were on the tower when it fired. So
Right. So yeah, they were.
it's Luthor.
It's Luthor, and I think it shows him doing it as well. But
Yeah, it's not a mystery.
yeah, but it gets fired off at it's at the Cadmus building,
It's
or
Yeah, no, it's the Cadmus building. It's like it's using like this factory as a facade, but it fires at the Cadmus headquarters.
was anybody there though? That's one thing that gets me, is it looked like
We assume they're there, and then later in the episode, it turns out that after they broke question out, apparently one of their contingencies is that they have to scrub the whole site and then move location. Because it's been compromised, so it'd been evacuated.
So it looks like an abandoned building. It wasn't an abandoned building, but it was evacuated. So yeah, it's kind of
I guess you're not wrong. Yeah.
yeah. That's why it was a little yeah. But no, yeah, it gets fired on this building. It creates a bunch of havoc around the building, as top of it, just evaporating the building itself.
Yeah.
And everyone's just like, yeah. So they start to the league sends some people down to start evacuating people and helping them out. But it quickly gets out as like, wait, why did you fire at us? And then you're gonna sit there and help us out? And we're like, we didn't fire at you. And everyone, a lot of
No.
a lot of people start distrusting them because, well, it's their laser. They fired it. Why would it fire if they didn't tell it to? And
They fucking probably shouldn't have it.
yeah. It's like, why do they even have it if they're here to help us? Like, they don't.
I think in an episode, I forget when it's mentioned, but it's just like, yeah, if we didn't have, well, it might be in this episode actually, when Manhunter is talking to the president, because the president calls him, he's not very happy. And saying, what are you doing? He's just like, well, I don't like you having that laser anyway. He's just like, yeah, but if we would have helped out massively in something like the Thanagar crisis. Like, if we had it during the Thanagarian invasion, it's like, I think it's implied that, Batman wouldn't have had to crash the original watchtower into their base to destroy it if they had something like that.
Right.
So I think that was their justification for building an orbital laser. But even like Jon Stewart, just like, yeah, these things are never good. Like, I've seen it on several alien worlds, and it is never a good idea to have an orbital death laser. There's also a really good scene that I don't want to dwell on, but it's like just the discussion of whether Cadmus is actually right. And obviously you've got Green Arrow who doesn't have powers, and he's just like, yeah, look, I'm not gonna lie, you guys scare me.
Yeah.
It's just a really good, very mature discussion they have.
Yeah.
Better than a lot of adult shows and movies, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, something that is important to note, because this was mentioned in Darkheart, we didn't mention it, but whenever it fires, it uses up all of the satellite's powers, or the watchtower's power. So it goes offline for like an hour or so. And that becomes very important in the next episode.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think it's actually...
Yeah, they can't use the teleporters.
Right, yeah. So, somebody decides to strike the watchtower while it's in this vulnerable state where nobody can get to and from it, and it has no power. And it's... Yeah, that's like the big reveal at the end of the episode, is that they have the terrific few hundreds of people the Ultimen. They have a bunch of the Ultimen clones that they send in, or they're going to send in Galatea. So
Yeah, who I honestly forgot about.
yeah, I didn't say as much in the previous review, but it's worth getting into here. Galatea is a pretty weak character.
Yeah, it's just,
They didn't do a whole lot with her. Like she gets
I think
more.
I think the most interesting moment she ever gets is when she refers to Hamilton as a father. Like that's a little
Yeah,
tiny little moment. Who's just made her as a weapon, and she calls him daddy, and he's just like, oh god, like
yeah, yeah,
that's all good. That's the next episode. That's the most character she gets. So I'm just being evil Supergirl.
yeah.
So
Well, we'll talk about that.
yeah.
I feel like I don't remember a lot of the nuances of this episode. I just remember the main beats of the laser and just kind of pushing forward this idea of the League's power and humanity's fear of them. And we really liked it. It's really good.
Yes, we did. Yeah.
We wrote A again. It's maybe
Wearing a.
a little lower just because it's not the most amazing of the
It
art.
definitely feels like the middle child of this trilogy.
Yeah, yeah.
I will say the scene with the laser is really cool, though.
It is, yeah. Somewhere around.
It's nice to see the reaction of the normal people. Yeah, that looks good to me.
Sure, sure. We continue on with Panic in the Sky, Season 2, Episode 11.
Did I say trilogy? I meant it's 4.
Yeah, that's 4. I was looking at it, I was like,
Sorry.
hold on, this is not the end.
No.
But, so yeah,
The
this...
4-parters a new con. I can't fathom the idea of a 4-parter. It's just crazy.
That's, So, yeah, what I mentioned before, they sent a bunch of clones in Galatea, who I guess is also a clone, into the Watchtower to kick some ass, and, so, like, that was the Cadmus, like, contingency plan or something? Like, that wasn't, like, were they actually pushing that forward? I'm trying to remember. Or was that just, like...
I don't know the exact rationale is. It's just, well, no, they've just attacked us, so we need to strike them down.
Right, yeah. So
They don't realize. So although Luthor was in their employ, they don't know he's done this. They don't know he hacked it. As far as Amanda Waller knows, Superman broke into Cadmus, freed Question, and then they just fired a laser at them. That's all Cadmus knows.
Right.
It's Luthor who's being like the third party here.
So they're fighting back. They think they're
Yeah.
fighting back without realizing that they're both being manipulated, essentially. And apparently Batman says "fuck off" at some point. I don't know. But
Oh, the plan. So the original 7 Leaguers make the decision to look. We're just gonna, until our names have been cleared, we're just gonna turn ourselves in. So they call Batman on the way there, and they're just like, oh, and Batman's just like, yeah, fuck off, I'm not doing that, idiots. It's the dumbest plan I've ever heard. And then Wonder Woman he hangs up, and then Wonder Woman just like, you took it better than I expected.
right, yeah.
But I like that, because it's like, that's in character for him, but then we later find out that he has his own agenda. So he didn't do that because he then breaks into Cadmus, or the new Cadmus facility. He confronts Waller. Fucking J.K. Simmons tries to stop him, he just takes him out without even kind of looking at him.
Yes. It's a really good Batman moment.
Yeah. And I'm pleased, I wrote in the notes that I'm pleased Batman's doing stuff again. Because, he's always going to be a little bit outclassed in the big superhero plot. But this plot, specifically, the one with a bit more intrigue, and the one that deals with sort of, mere mortals a bit more, he gets a bit more to do. So he's the one who, tells Waller about Luthor.
Are they going to say because we started watching this because of Batman, and now there's all these other heroes, and I want Batman. I want my Batman
Well, that
back.
too.
But no,
When's Batman gonna show up?
this is worse than that Zeta Project episode where Batman
I'm just
wasn't
thinking- I'm
there.
I'm just thinking of Simpsons, like the Poochie episode.
Oh.
When are they gonna show Batman? And when Batman's not around, everyone asks, "Where's Batman?" Anyway, so by the way, they're being invaded.
Yeah. So there's a huge ass fight going on in the tower, and nobody can join it. Like they can't, the original seven
No
are not there
reinforcements.
because six of them turned themselves in, and Batman's doing his own thing, and he couldn't be there anyway. And so yeah, they've got just kind of like the B team defending the tower while they're being invaded by the Ultimen and Galatea,
Yeah.
which isn't like an amazing. It's fighting, it's action, it's good, but
There's
it's
a couple of good moments I want to highlight. There's a bit
sure.
where these are literally back to back. There's a bit where the Question's still in recovery, but he managed to defend himself with a bedpan. That's a little good reveal. And then there's a bit where they're in trouble, and then the beam comes in from off screen, and it's Captain Atom, who's also been in recovery, and he's helped them. That's nice.
Oh yeah. And yeah, they kind of concludes the whole Galatea Supergirl thing, which again I just don't
Which
care
we forgot
about.
about.
Yeah, I
No,
don't.
really.
No, it's
The little Power Girl insert. I don't know.
yeah, it's weird. I get nothing from this little like they don't build this at all. Like they had one episode where it's just like, oh, it's a Supergirl clone, and it's like, okay, great. I don't really care. She's just like,
Hmm.
I'm jealous of you because you're human or not human, but you're real and I'm a clone. So I'm gonna prove I'm superior. I have a superiority complex, inferiority.
I suppose
I hate
one
her.
moment she gets is there's a point where Waller finds out what's happened from Batman. She investigates it, and she calls off the attack. And Galatea basically says, "What's that? You're breaking up? Shh! I'm going through a tunnel. Shh! Oh well, never mind." So, but yeah, no, she's a little bit too evil, even compared to like them. Well, actually, no, especially compared to Cadmus, because Cadmus believe they're doing the right thing. Galatea like says like, "Oh, you're a bunch of loose cannons," and then even Supergirl's just like, "Yeah, you don't believe that for a second. You just like fighting.
Yeah,
You don't even believe your own propaganda."
she's just fighting because she wants to fight. That's all there is to
Yeah, she
it.
has an inferiority complex from being a clone.
Yeah.
She gets electrocuted. They power the generator back on, and Hawkgirl puts her between like the socket and the cable, or one of the big cables.
Hot girl?
Absolutely fries her. Um, my, apparently I'm the one who's getting fried here.
Supergirl.
Supergirl. Yeah.
Yes. Sherry went through space to go up there and kick her ass.
I got half the name right. Okay, give me some credit.
She is a girl, we got that.
Yeah.
Your, your plot isn't nearly as good as mine. Die.
Yeah, she could have done the cut. Anyway. So what's Luthor been up to? Amazo.
Yeah.
Making an Amazo. Also, I said this to you earlier today in text chat. It's the only time we actually say the name Amazo out loud, which I didn't actually realise, but I saw it in the wiki. He's like, oh yeah.
Yeah, no,
He says it's all thanks to Amazo.
I straight up didn't even believe it at first. I was like, there's no way. I was like, all right, no, they just say the android. So, yeah, he's going to would put his body in the Amazo or whatever. Yeah. Put his brain in it, and he's gonna become a god because apparently you could just craft gods in this universe. Just
I mean, it's not easy. He did like do all this Cadmus shit just to kind of fund it and
yeah, sure.
make it happen. So he had to get those from the return. That's how he saw the schematics, because the Atom showed him them. And
No.
Batman says, "Oh, you've got a photographic memory, so otherwise he wouldn't have just been able to do that."
Oh, right, yeah.
So, yeah.
And yeah, so they
Batman confronts him, but it's not Batman who stops him. Luthor still has super strength, by the way.
yeah,
I still haven't explained that. Batman gets thrown out of a window, and it's actually Waller who destroys the android.
Oh, right, yeah.
She gets a little moment to shine. I really, really like Waller, by the way. I
Yes,
haven't said
yeah.
that already.
She gets to kick ass
she's
in
great.
the last few episodes, which is good. So
Yeah.
and then they put Luthor in a corner, and
Yeah, the League show up, by the way. The original 7 members, after because obviously they've spoken to Waller and everything, so they've just been released. But the original 7 members are all there. Batman's alive, by the way. He got caught.
they saved him, and then they're all there, and so he's surrounded by Waller and the 7 original League members, and he's like, well, that sucks. And then suddenly he sprouts tentacles.
Freaking out.
He starts freaking out and sprouting tentacles, and then a big face appears on his chest, and he's just like, welcome to the Fight Palace. And but in a robot voice. And
I would love that they put in the Bruce Timm was a massive fan of Tongue of the Batman, and he just had to get that in there.
Yeah, he's straight up just like, what the fuck is happening to me? And
yeah, it's just like, I don't understand.
He doesn't know what the fuck this is, and then it's suddenly like, well, it's Brainiac. It speaks in Brainiac's voice. He was hiding away in Luthor's body, and that's the reason that he is strong, and his body was being repaired of cancer. It was like, Brainiac's like, well, I need my vessel to be alive. And
this transition is very seamless though, so we better slap a grade on this before we go any further.
Right, yeah.
Another A.
Only really weakened by the Galatea stuff. It's not a huge focus of the episode, but, like...
Probably the bottom of A, then.
Yeah.
Actually, hang on, is it even A? I mean, it's just a lot of fighting. I'm just being devil's advocate.
No, you got a point. The 4-parter definitely gets weaker as it becomes just more of action. It's still good, but
Does it still squeak into A though?
I'm gonna say here.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's just not that much insight.
No,
it feels like a bridge between the other. Yeah.
It's a good story, but it's definitely like entered the Act 3 phase where it's just the conclusions rather than it being any unique build-up. But it's still good. It's still entertaining. It's just...
Oh, absolutely.
In isolation, it's a little weaker. So, we move on to the conclusion of the 4-parter with Season 2, Episode 12, Divided We Fall. Luthor and Brainiac team up, and they fight.
Yeah, so...
And so we wrote... no.
So in an episode of Superman the Animated Series that we never watched because we're only interested in things with Batman in, apparently there's an episode where Brainiac shot Luthor, and he said he implanted a part of him into Luthor. It's like, do you not think it's suspicious that my shot didn't kill you? So yeah, that's it. So he's been slowly manipulating his actions over the last several years. I guess including like the Cadmus stuff. So because I guess really Brainiac wanted the Amazo body as well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he's just been subtly, and needless to say, got rid of the cancer, gave him super strength. Blah, blah, blah. That's kind of it.
Yeah, it's just like Luthor ends up talking Brainiac down from just being like, I'm going to discard you after I'm done. Like, like I don't need you. But then he ends up convincing him to team up. He's like, I've got creativity, imagination, or whatever. And
Ambition,
yeah. And Brainiac eventually concedes, and they become one entity. They become like Brainiac Luthor, where he gets this weird like robot design.
Brain Thor.
Lexiac. He then combines with all of the gray goo stuff from Darkheart.
Yeah.
Which...
So now he can just rewrite matter.
Yeah.
Into any form he sees, which is a hell of a power.
Yeah.
Because Cadmus confiscated the Black Heart, so... Which they shouldn't have done. He really should have destroyed that shit, but...
Yeah. That would have hypnotized him to a snake person. But, they also confiscated the Darkheart.
Yeah.
But,
God damn it, it's always,
yeah, and largely it's just like, we need a conclusion where Luthor is the main villain, but he's not a threat to the 7 Justice League members or the entire league.
Sure.
So we combined him with Brainiac and gave him the Grey Goo stuff to make him super powerful, and then they just have a big fight.
At least the Grey Goo stuff was set up, I guess.
I guess, yeah.
You know,
I mean, it could have been fucking anything. It didn't really matter.
honestly. But it's just a little bit tying in with the Cadmus stuff.
Yeah, it is.
Confiscated it.
It is nice that their continuity is consistent throughout the entire show. Like, there's a lot of callbacks. There is some interesting stuff, like the robots form copies of the Justice Lords, including Justice Lord Flash, which was
Brainiac like just makes some generic robots that look like him, and then like the Luthor side of it is just like, no, let's get personal.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So they but yeah, it's a lot of fighting. The main real thing is that Flash actually gets to make the big like finish. Like,
yeah, there's a bit where it looks like he's going to be shot by Luthor. Like Luthor just conjures up like a gun and everything, just like,
right.
oh look, it's going to happen after all.
Yeah, because they allude to that a lot. Actually, I forgot about that, where they keep talking about Luthor killing Flash, because that's the major, like, the turning point.
Catalyst.
Yeah, that's the catalyst for the Justice Lords, is Flash being killed by Luthor. So Flash actually gets to essentially, like, turn it all around and save it. So, which, that's justified. That feels really nice that he gets to do that. And
yeah, well, it's his moment.
was he does the thing where, like, he's about to do something and then he just runs away, and then Lex is just like, yeah, sure, and then you see him running in from the other side and then hitting him and then just doing it again, and it's like that Injustice Super where he just runs around the world. Like, he's just running really fast and just pummeling the shit out of Luthor while circuiting the world. It's incredible.
It's really good. It's really well directed, just well edited, and then there's a bit where he just kind of goes like a rapid punch, like the aura punches, but at Flash speed. So it just kind of looks like he's just putting his hands into Luthor, just screaming. Say Luthor, like Brainiac Luthor. Whatever.
And then there's this bit where he apparently goes a little too hard, and then some like Speed Force stuff. He like disappears. He's like, I don't feel too good, and then he just evaporates. And then
I put in a reference to Where's Wally, which is probably, Where's Waldo?
Yeah, no.
Call him.
I got that.
I do like this moment as well, because it's a little sign of just like, especially when we're doing another season. Why can't you just do that again to the next villain? It's just like, no, I can't go that fast ever again. Yeah,
right,
they save him. They pull him out.
Yeah, they pull him out. They like all group together they all hold hands to like form a line to pull him out with their combined strength, which is a nice moment. And that's the end of that, I guess. Brainiac.
And that's the end of the Justice League. We're breaking that up.
Yeah, and then there's a big conclusion scene where Superman is just like, we gotta let things get out of hand.
End this shit.
Yeah, we gotta put an end to this. We can't let this happen again. And then Green Arrow, I think, is the one who's just like, hey, stuff got really hairy there, but it was you that saved us. Yeah, like, we need you as much as you need us, or something.
Yeah, and everyone applauds, so the Superman kind of turns their mind, just like, okay, but we're going to need a few more regulations. And he mentions, like, the Metro Tower, which I think is the one from Batman Beyond. So they have, like, an emissary on Earth. Which is, honestly, it makes real-world sense. You're a bit fearful of these people. You don't want them just orbiting in a satellite. So, he starts making little moves towards a more welcoming Justice League Unlimited, I suppose you could say. Yeah, more cohesive with the world as opposed to working around it. Yeah. Working beside it. So, just kind of ends with the promise of bigger and better things for the League, but
one that's a little more welcoming, and people seem to be pretty content with that. So,
Mm-hmm.
and that is an interesting way to end it, because this is not the last episode, but it almost feels like it would be the last episode of the show.
The last episode being called Epilogue is very fitting, though, because it feels like, yeah, this is the end, but then it's like an addendum kind of thing.
Yeah, that's a special
We'll talk
one.
about it, but it's kind of it's special.
It is.
Say.
So, we wrote high B, low A, because it is a really good conclusion to a really good arc, but it isolation, again, very action heavy and kind of weak, just because, like, Lex, just Brainiac feels like it was just out of nowhere, just like
My problem is, yeah, it's like the Cadmus thing. They don't really resolve it. It's just like, oh, Luthor was betraying both sides. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like, we have a unified enemy, which it's not like terrible, but it's also like, I feel like they could have done something a little bit better to do with Cadmus. Like, if they had like a mutual understanding or something, or they helped each other out somehow, not just, oh, there's a bigger evil here.
Right, yeah, that's true.
It's not terrible, it's still good. I mean, Luthor was always playing both sides anyway. So, it's not completely unwarranted, but yeah. That being said, though, I prefer to Panic in the Sky. I like the character bits with the Justice Lord. There's some funny banter there. It's just, like, Stewart is just, like, absolutely wailing on the Hawk Girl clone.
Oh.
And just like, you're enjoying that a bit too much. Just like,
Yeah.
We also meet like Justice Lord Flash, who was never a thing.
Yeah.
Just reverse Flash and color scheme.
Yeah. But, yeah. So I threw it here.
I might put it at the top of B actually.
Okay.
Like it's got nice conclusive stuff to it.
Yeah. The actual.
And it's quite a big scale. There's a big scale fight. I like Hunter's Moon, but I think this is a little bit better.
Sure. That's all good. All right, and then we have Season 2, Episode 13, Epilogue. Fitting name. Boy, how do we talk about this? This episode begins with, Terry McGinnis, breaking into Waller's house.
Yeah, and this is like future for Batman Beyond. This is an adult Terry McGinnis, not just the teenage one we usually see.
Mm-hmm.
It's at the start. It says 65 years in the future.
Oh yeah. So this episode's wild. This is it's Terry confronting Waller about some information that he had just learned, while interspliced with a what if sort of imagining, like what he is imagining would happen if he were to actually quit being Batman.
Yeah, because he's considering it. Like he's confronting her, and the reason he's doing that is to he's just found out that Bruce Wayne is his father. So he went in for like I forget what it is, like I think he went to not donate, like some needs a transfusion or something. And he found out.
Oh yeah.
Bruce himself.
Bruce needed. He's like, oh, there are very few people who have the qualifications to donate for him, and it just so happens that I'm one of them, and it feels like it's a little too
it's
convenient.
an exact match. Yeah, it's an exact match. So he just found out that Warren McGinnis was not his father; it was actually Bruce Wayne. So the episode is like kind of spliced between like sort of what's actually happening with it, which is in color, interspliced with these widescreen, black and white segments, and the black and white ones are kind of a what if thing. It doesn't spell it out for you, but it becomes apparent when the episode finishes that the black and white stuff never actually happened.
Yeah.
But it's stuff he's considering and what could happen if he did go ahead and quit being Batman. So the first confrontation is him with Bruce. And then, like, Waller here is great. She's just kind of acting kind of dotty. Even though, she is a master schemer.
But she's much older now, so it's worth saying.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
she's doing
But still, she's letting on a bit though. She's having
yeah
a bit of
yeah.
fun with them.
She's doing things where like she is like a bunch of pills on a tray. She's just like, I don't even know what half of these things are for anymore. The what's this one for? Oh yes, Alzheimer's. It's, and then yeah, he gets pissed off and breaks one of her like teacups, and it's just a very
I don't want any tea.
yeah, it's a very smart episode. Like it's just a lot of stuff going on with the writing. Like the way that you can tell that the black and white stuff isn't real is that like one of the first things you see is him breaking the clock that leads to the Batcave, and then
Oh right, and then at the end it's fine.
yeah. He also breaks up with Dana, and then near the end of it, he's like talking about meeting her somewhere, and he's going to propose to her. But and then yeah,
He leaves the Justice League.
Oh yeah,
We actually get to see it. We get to see them operate a little bit more. Well, we get to see them fighting supervillains. That's nice. It's nice to see. It's nice to see at the quote end of the Justice League, which I mean it isn't, but it's nice that we revisited the first incarnation of them we ever saw. You know, I'm glad they brought these ones back, like Aquagirl and that kid Green Lantern.
There's so much going on here.
Yeah, I guess we should say that this whole episode this was thought to be the final episode of not just Justice League Unlimited, but the entire DCAU. It got commissioned for another season, which is almost a problem, but so they just went absolutely nuts with the fan service.
Yeah.
But it's good stuff. Like, how many villains do they fight? It's Ink, Stalker, Shriek. I think it's one that's labeled as Parasite 2. It's just, hey, we need one that's just not beyond.
And then there's a flashback, an actual flashback of because Waller starts to tell a story about like because he's Terry is very upset with Bruce and just like he's greedy. He's like he did all of this because he's so like egotistical. And
yeah, he planned all this.
And then Waller just tells him a story, and in the flashback, it's some of the league, like the current league, not the the Batman Beyond League, fighting some Royal Flush gangs.
Version of the Royal Flush gang. Yeah.
Like there's some new members of them, but Ace isn't there, and they find out that Ace is in like a building somewhere, and everything around them is like this illusion created by her. And the Ace from the wild cards, yeah, the one with Joker, yeah, that she's creating these illusions, and something like she's about to die, and if she's like it's like something like an aneurysm, and if that happens, then everybody who is like connected to her mind will also die with her, or like it's like big. It's a big problem.
Yeah, it's measured in kilometers. Like everyone's gonna die who's in range of these. These illusions are becoming real, and if she has this aneurysm, well, everyone who's in range of it's gonna die. So what Waller does is because obviously after the stuff with Cadmus, Waller starts like working with the Justice League. She gives them orders to say, look, you've got to basically you have to take her out before she can have this aneurysm. Shia offers to do it, but Batman's just like, no, I'm the only one she knows, I'll do it. So and he goes off to confront Ace.
He goes off to I think he's given a device that is supposed to subdue her, I believe.
No, it's killing her.
Oh, he just kills her.
No, it's just straight up to kill her.
Okay, yeah. So he's got that with him, but so he walks up to her, and she's just like hanging out on the swing and just kind of chilling, and she's just like
she's not very happy.
Yeah, she doesn't look very, very thrilled. She's aware that what's going to happen, and she's like, I guess she has like some sort of like psychic link. Because she is aware that
Batman's mind.
Yeah, she's aware that Batman's there, that he has this device, and that he has no intent of using it. So he just kind of sits down next to her and just has like.
He talks her out of like he just convinces her to just get rid of the illusions. So then when she dies, she won't take everyone out.
Right, yeah. And
it's one of the best scenes in the entire DCAU.
Yep.
It's really, really good.
Yep. Because she's aware she's about to die, and then she just needs somebody.
One of the best.
Yeah, someone to
comfort her.
Comfort her, yeah. And so she ends up dying, like holding his hand, I think, and just.
Yes, one of the absolute best Batman moments as well. Focusing on Batman for this review series. This is one of his best moments. Just comforting a child.
Yep.
Really.
Yep. And that's again to showcase what, like, he actually has compassion. He's not just some cold monster or some egotistical bastard. Like he actually cares, and it ends up, I think, convincing Terry just straight up, just like, yeah, there's something to that guy. He's
and Terry's like, well, why did he clone me then? And she's just like, no, it wasn't him, it was me.
Oh, right.
So she actually used Cadmus to use a Cadmus collection. Is basically just what she does is she overwrites Warren McGinnis's DNA, like his reproductive DNA, with Bruce Wayne's. So when Terry was born, and also Matt, by the way, I think the producer confirmed that.
Oh,
Matt
right.
is also Bruce Wayne's son.
I guess that makes sense. Huh.
What I was trying to do is she was getting concerned that Batman was getting older and slower, and she was like, the world always needs a Batman. So she's basically, it's called Project Batman Beyond. This whole time we've finally got an explanation for the name of the show, I guess. If you cared about it that much. So she's basically trying to make a Batman. So it's the DNA, but it's also, she says that's not just it though. You need, like, it's not just nature, it's nurture as well. So she had this plan where after Terry had been to a showing of The Grey Ghost Strikes Back, again, they love the fan service in this episode.
Yep.
The plan was to have an assassin jump out and kill Terry's parents in front of him. Who's this assassin? Oh, it's just the Phantasm. Again, did it have to be the Phantasm? No, but they were just having fun here.
Yeah, and it's not like
Andrea.
It's not somebody in that costume. It's just her. That is the Phantasm. It's wild.
Was it Andrea Beaumont? I think her name is. Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Again, they just also, like, it's taken, like, how long has it been since Mask of the Phantasm? They finally just confirmed that she survived the ending of that.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I guess it's obvious by now, but the weird thing about this episode is that it is not a Justice League episode. It is a Batman episode, but, like...
It makes sense when it's sending off the DCAU, though.
Yeah. Like, it's a send-off for most of the stuff they did, because, like, over half of it, or... Nah, I don't know. But at least...
And then Batman Beyond was kind of, a continuation of the Batman animated series, in a sense.
It is, yeah.
It's a different guy.
Yeah, there's just so much of it is Batman, so they whenever they did their big send-off, because again, they thought this was going to be it. Like, they went all in on the Batman fan service. Like, the League makes a very brief cameo in this episode, which is kind of funny, but...
Well, they do two leagues, I guess.
Yeah, both of them. But no, I mean, we certainly appreciate it because of how far we've come from watching Batman the Animated Series across, or just the entirety of the
a year now,
DCAU. Yeah, we started that in last year, and here we are in 2026, 3 days in, and we're talking about this. So,
and what's the final scene? It's a homage. It's the opening shot from On Leather Wings, except instead of the Man Bat, it's Terry McGinnis, and then instead of like a blimp, it's one of those like flying cop car things.
Yeah.
Such an amazing way to end this whole thing, except it's not the end.
That's kind of the bitter thing about this episode, is that it would have been absolutely perfect if it was the last episode they made, and then they made 13 more. So,
I remember, like, I saw like the behind the scenes with Bruce Timm, and they're just like, oh, now what? Like, oh,
God,
I mean, we'll be the next season, but I mean, just talking about this, I'm just like, wow, it's been can't believe we finally reached the end of this review series. And it's just like, no,
Yeah.
no, it's not the end.
I can't even imagine what is in the next 13 episodes. Like, that would... I can't even... But it is... I kind of wish it had ended there, because that would have been perfect for us, but... no.
Well, at least it's one season. It's not like The Simpsons, which went on for another, like 30 years. Well past its prime. Well, that's why we're going to review the next season, aren't we? So.
Yeah. Yeah, I wrote S before we even finished.
If that was ever, if there's ever, yeah, I noticed that. I was like, I'm gonna put S on that. Oh, it's already there. That is the top of the top as well.
Yeah, no, that I can't imagine a more perfect episode of this show exists. That was amazing.
Yeah, it was.
So, God,
that season, holy shit.
That was an incredible season.
That was like the first season we've done that felt like particularly cohesive, all thanks to the Cadmus stuff. Mm-hmm. You know, like most of the time when I think about seasons, like you sometimes get a bit muddled up. But this one's just like, yeah, that's the Cadmus art. Now, granted, there's some Cadmus stuff in season 1 that they set up, but this is all where it pays off. This is like, well, it's not the only time. This is the first time that they did like strong continuity, like a big arc, and damn, did they do it well, you know?
Arguably,
so paying off.
They kind of did it with Batman Beyond, like season 1, but it wasn't as
not to the same extent.
No,
you can still watch most of those in a bubble, though.
Yeah. This one was really good.
This might be. I don't know if it's like literally my favorite of everything they've done, but it's definitely like the most consistently good.
Yeah. No, what is the weakest one was just the balance, which is just sort of, it's all right, but
pretty good though.
It's still got a lot of good stuff in it. So
we've come a long way since like Batman Beyond season 3.
Yeah. I mean, this is just an improvement over season 1 in general. Like
kid stuff.
This is the same show that gave us kid stuff and this little piggy, but
at least we got those out of the way.
Yeah.
Well, we're not finished yet, though, so maybe we shouldn't speak too soon.
Let's say, I'm almost worried, because after ending on such a strong episode here, like, and I feel like, did they use all their good stuff already? Or do they have something good planned for season 3? I don't know. I'm curious.
We'll find out.
We'll find out next time on Justice League Unlimited.
And the final, this will be the end.
Yeah, this will be
the final part.
The last tier list we'll ever make. We're done.